Hey Dan, it's Anna, not me, Dan Simon's sister. So I'm gonna dive right into everything because I know you're busy and time is of the essence. My goal is to give you a lot of information in about 5 to 7 minutes, so let's see how we do. Um, so first things first, I went over to your website. I always check to see if a site is what we call mobile optimized. When I shrink your site down, you can see that things don't reformat. The pictures and the content, the words, the letters and things don't reformat. So this means that if someone were on their cell phone or on an iPad or something, your site's not going to have the best interface for them. And if people can't navigate your site easily, they're going to bounce. Another reason this is important is because Google actually gives you credit for having a mobile optimized site. At the end of the day, Google wants to serve their users with the most relevant information and things that are going to give them a good user experience, and they know when your site's mobile optimized or not. So that's going to help you right off the bat. Another thing I generally do is go over to Copyscape. I just use a free version of it here. I type in your website just to see if any of the content is copied or unoriginal, because this is another thing that Google looks for in their algorithm. Is it all original? Is a content authoritative? Or is it copied from somewhere else? There's one company here, and this text here that shows up shows also on your website. This can of course happen normally when people are talking about things, that's fine, but my advice would be to just update the verbiage on your site and in fact add a lot more content to your site, but I'm going to get into that in just a moment. I went over to Google and I just did a search for janitorial service New Jersey. First thing we see at the top is the ads, then we see what we call the Google Map Pack. After that, we have the Google Organic Search. Now, the consumer behavior results in approximately 96% of clicks being either on the map packs or the organic searches, okay? You can definitely get business doing the ads, but that's only going to be about 4% of the clicks. I think I've always been this way too. If I'm searching for somebody, I feel like if they've paid to get to the top, they might not necessarily be the best company. So what shows up here? Here. Now that I'm doing this business, I can see that psychology working. So anyway, moving on from that, one way to tell if it's really competitive is to look and see if the map packs match the organic searches, and sure enough, this commercial cleaning company shows up right here at number 2. And then Maxim Cleaning Services, they show up on page 1 as well. Now, unfortunately for everybody else, consumers, I already said it, we're lazy. We don't do too much other than look at page 1 or the map pack. So if you're somewhere on here, too bad for you, right? So improving your search visibility with a couple of ideas I'm going to give you is going to be really key to getting some new customers. So since these guys, Commercial Cleaning Corp, showed up in the maps and here in the number 2 listing, I wanted to go check out their website, okay? I went to go shrink their page. Guess what? It's not mobile optimized. So even though this company doesn't have a mobile optimized website, Google still thinks they're pretty relevant. And why is that? So another free tool I use, it's called SEMrush. You can check it out if you want. You don't really need to dig into any of this stuff. But I typed in their website and it gives this overview of traffic cost. Now this says the estimated price of organic keywords in Google AdWords. What does this mean? So this lists that they have 176 keywords on their website, okay? If they were to pay Google to have ads for those keywords, this is how much it would cost them. So almost 10 grand or 9.5 grand a month, okay? But they're getting all of this traffic for free. This is a really high traffic cost. This is really excellent. So you can come down here and see the keywords that they're getting business for: commercial cleaning, office cleaning, commercial cleaning service New Jersey, etc. So they have a bunch of different words here that people are finding them with. And the other thing I wanted to point out is I said my gut feeling was that this was a competitive industry, and this confirms it. This CPC is just cost per click, and if you were to use this word commercial cleaning in a Google AdWords, you'd pay $11.43 per click. Okay, that's expensive. So is this one, $27.59 for commercial cleaning NJ. So all of these, I mean, this one's not that high, but again, it is pretty expensive when you think about people might click on your ad and they might not actually give you business, and you still have to pay 11 bucks or 27 bucks for it. So this just, to me, drives home the point that if you have a well-optimized site, you can get more traffic. Okay, I went ahead and went over to yours, and unfortunately you have zero traffic costs, one keyword, and it's adg.com. So this doesn't, to me, say anything about cleaning. It says something about your brand, if anything. So I'm guessing a lot of your service is just word of mouth, which is totally fine. But if you want new customers and you want to grow your company, it's of the utmost importance that you get more visibility, especially with the Google searches. So I don't think I mentioned I'm not a web designer. My brother is. But even though I'm not a web designer, I do build websites. This is one that I built for a cleaning company. It's very clean. You can see what it looks like when it's mobile optimized. There's a form. The customer can actually tap this if they're looking at it on their phone and call right away. This is called a clear call to action, making it super easy for people to contact you, okay? And then all of the text in the pictures reformat so that they look, you know, good no matter what device you're using. Okay, so that's kind of what a mobile optimized site looks like. And also, if you notice, this site has a ton of content. Okay, that's just the home page, but there's whole sections of services pages, and there's content on all of these pages. And at the end of the day, what that is going to help us do is get more of these keywords and improve our traffic cost. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about is I went to your website and got your address. Actually, let me show you real quickly. When I went to go to the contact button, I got this error that comes up. So you're not able to display the Google Maps. So just, if you can, just delete the map. Who cares if it's there right now? At least provide your address, okay, and obviously the phone number. But anyway, I copied and pasted this, and I went back over to Google and I just searched directly for your business, and I noticed that off the bat there's no Google, at first I thought this was you, but it's actually a construction company. There's no Google My Business page that shows up, at least readily. So one thing that we can do is get your name, address, and phone number. I refer to that as a NAP in a couple more directories on the internet. Directories are like, even a Google My Business page is considered a directory. Yelp and Bing businesses and these yellow pages and white pages, these kinds of things are all called directories. And the more places you show up online, the more relevant your website's going to look to Google. So that's another thing that's going to help you show up in the map packs and also in the organic searches. So I know this was a ton of information for you. Hopefully it's not overwhelming, but basically the bottom line when I look at what you've got going on and where you could go, there's a ton that we could do for you. So in addition to this, I know I mentioned Google AdWords, but also Facebook is a real hot place to do marketing, and I have some training on that as well. So that could be something we test out if you're interested. But you know, first things first, I think we need to work, if it were my choice, we'd work on getting your website looking a little better and a little bit more optimized. So if you have questions, all my information is in the tag of this email, but you can feel free to call or text me anytime. You have my contact, but just in case, it's 517-881-9064. I really hope to help you knock you out of the park on this one, so hopefully I'll hear from you soon. See ya.